Fatimah. It's your girl Muti and you're watching XOXO Muti. We have Firdaos and Fatimah back again for part 2, being black and Muslim. What's the edition we're doing?
Marriage edition.
Marriage edition. Being black and Muslim marriage edition. We're gonna tell y'all the struggles. We're gonna tell y'all the tea, and we're gonna tell y'all how we go our ways into finding a man. But not, yeah.
Y'all single.
The halal way. The halal way. You know. First question. Describe your experience in the past dealing with marriage and dealing with, I don't know, getting to know people.
Well, for me, it's been hard. These ain't I ain't gonna cuss on your channel, but for me personally, I feel like a lot of Muslim men, especially my age, I feel like they're not serious and they're not ready to be committed to someone. They're just trying to play games, trying to talk to someone for like, oh, I'm gonna be talking to you for 3 years and then we can get married. I'm like, I don't got time for that. Like, I'm trying to get married. If I like you, then I'm gonna get married to you. I'm not trying to sit here and talk to you for 3 whole years when I'm gonna be sitting here blocking all my other blessings. Like, no.
Exactly.
Maybe my husband is gonna come while I'm talking to you. Like, no, I don't do that. So it's just, I feel like it's just been very difficult to find people who are very serious. And then it's hard as a Muslim black woman because a lot of men non-black men do not want black women. And then a lot of black men are marrying outside of their race. They're marrying other races like Arabs and Pakistanis and like everyone but black women. So it's hard. I mean, which is fine. I'm not racist and I'm not saying black people should only marry black people, but I feel like if you're black, you should have a preference for your race a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. Or you shouldn't just prefer everyone else besides your race at least, even if it's not your preference. So that's just my own personal experience.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. So, from my experience, I don't know how to explain this. I would say my experience has been like normal. Like, I'm not like actively searching like that much right now. I'm just like whatever comes, whatever happens. But I just feel like I'm not searching yet. I will, like, if it doesn't get to the point where I find Mr. Right, I'll start searching. But right now, I'm just, you know, chilling. And
that's because Firdaos is the youngest. So
yeah,
she has that luxury, you know.
Exactly, not anytime soon, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, okay, I'm not that young. But yeah, but I'm just not searching yet. I mean, maybe it's because I'm still in school. Maybe it's because I'm still trying to focus, like figure out my own life and stuff. I have a lot of things that I'm doing. I'm like really busy. A lot of people always like
she be fake busy. Firdaos be fake busy.
I be busy. Okay.
She be fake busy.
I be busy. Okay. But yeah. So I just personally, I'm not searching, like actively searching right now. But if a good guy comes my way, I'm not gonna be like, no, go it. No, I'm gonna, you know, obviously give you a chance and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically me.
For me, you said something. I wanted to say something from what you said. My experience has been, it's really not like a story type thing, because mine is quick. It's like, you come to me, I'm not interested, I'm telling you today. I literally have a thread in my phone, like rejection text messages. Easy as that. We gonna copy it, we gonna paste it, we gonna tell you good luck. You ain't for me. Like, I'm not wasting nobody's time, and I don't want anybody to waste my time. I know what I want. That's another thing. It's like, I know what I want. So with some people, like, you don't even know the person, you never even tried, I understand. But it's like, when you know what you want, you're set. Because there's people that we personally know that met their spouse in literally 3 months. They got married in 6 months, in 9 months. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you for years and talk to you for ages when I know what I want. But I guess I would say my hardship, or what makes it hard for me, I don't think my schedule makes it hard for me. Like, I'm busy, and there have been a couple of people in the past that, you know, and I let them know I'm busy. That's the type of person I am. I'm busy, but I know how to manage manage a lot of things at once. So that's like not even a struggle at all. I think my identity is a struggle. Well, definitely a lot of people definitely feel like that. But me personally, the reason why I say that is because I guess when people see me, they already judge me. They already say, oh, that's the type of person she is, and stuff like that. And I want to say people judge me maybe from the things that I wear, maybe the people that I interact with, and then at the same time, the location we're in. So time and place is a lot, but that's what I think is like my struggle.
Like Nigerian men stuck for a law, they're not good enough.
It was recording. Ooh. Go.
I love my Nigerian queens. I mean kings. Oops. Kings, just kidding.
But so what are y'all's experiences with like trying to get to know a person as a Nigerian?
Me personally, for some reason, I have nothing against fobs, okay? I have nothing against people that are fresh off the boat. But it's like, you live in Nigeria. How you gonna get here? Right now, especially during this, what?
Fobs are already here though. Fobs are already here.
That's what it is.
But it's the people that aren't here.
So those aren't, you don't have a problem with fobs. You have a problem with people who are still in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Girl, those aren't even, they're not even in the equation, girl.
But they be trying.
But then again, it's also the like cultural difference. Like we didn't grow up in the same like obviously area. We didn't grow up in the same countries, and there's a lot of expectations that people in Nigeria have for like their marriage.
Cook for me,
like,
you gonna do this,
I'm just not
go to work.
Like
no.
And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm never gonna cook. You're gonna have to rub my feet every night. I'm not saying that. I mean,
nobody want to rub your feet.
It's so rude. Anyways, if you want to rub my feet, you can. But I'm saying like there's just some unrealistic like cultural expectations that just sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, but yeah, that exists.
Like I was talking to this lady last time, and she was like, when was I don't even know the last time I did laundry. I don't even know the last time I did dishes. But that's because that's something she don't like to do, and that's something her husband likes to do, which is fine. If that's what he prefers, that's cool. But people, they like to do gender roles, and they like to, oh, just because you see your mom and dad doing that, you gotta remember that's different times. Like half the stuff our parents do, I don't expect our relationship to go like that at all. Like not even close. Like at all. Times change, and I really expect my partner to be like American.
To be a partner.
There you go. To be a partner. That's the word.
Not my daddy.
Yes. Props for you.
Yes.
To be a partner.
I've just been recently open to the idea of marrying a fob. Like my whole life, it's always like, if you were not raised here, I'm sorry, no, it can never happen, just because of personal experiences. But I've come to realize that just because you have one bad experience does not mean all your experiences are going to be bad and it's going to stay bad. And fobs are people too, and they deserve love. So,
I mean, obviously.
I'm open to fobs. If you're a fob and you're cute and you
slide down.
Follow me on
the descriptions. Will have our information. So.
Yeah, it will.
So speaking of parents, have y'all had any issues with your parents like not agreeing? Well,
I be trying to do it the halal way, and I like if I meet someone that I'm interested in, I try to bring it up to my parents as soon as I'm interested. I don't bring it up to them if I'm not interested yet or anything. If I'm interested myself, I'll bring it up to them. And I'm just gonna say 9 out of 10 they shot it down. That's all I'm just gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you're not Nigerian, a higher chance to be shot down. But my parents, like, I understand their rhetoric. They just want someone who they can trust. If the person lives in our area, and even if the person's not Nigerian, if they can find out information about the person, then they'll be more open to it. But if it's someone they cannot find information about, or they think they cannot find information about because they're not even gonna try, if it's too far away, then they'll be very hesitant and give you a hard time. But at the end of the day, if you find someone who really, really likes you and they're willing to fight for you, then that's not a problem, because your parents will come around if both of y'all are willing to put in the work.
Even if they get rejected so many times, because like I said, a person knows what they want, and it doesn't take you a long time to know what you want.
Yeah, and like, okay, so from my experience, my parents have only been involved like once, and I'm just gonna say that it was a lot of problems with my parents. Like there was just a lot of problems. So now I'm just gonna like proceed with caution, like lesson learned. But yeah.
I mean, I guess for the future, the only time I would get my parents involved is when I know it's like certain
Exactly.
and set. No matter what they have to say, we could sit here and negotiate what you want.
Exactly.
That's the only time I think I'm gonna get them involved. But aside from that, you know how you gotta do like the halal way and like have a third party involved? It's not gonna be my parents. It's probably gonna be a friend or a sister or something. Yeah, it's not gonna be your parents.
That's on God. Experience is the best teacher, as they say. It is. You have to know your parents and study them and like know how to manipulate them, because at the end of the day, that's the only way they'll get you what you want. And not just about marriage, that's about everything. You got to know your parents and you got to study them. You got to get a PhD in them and know how to talk to them, unless you're gonna have problems with your parents till you die.
And honestly, what's that saying? Honestly saying it's my marriage, it's my life, it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
Exactly.
You can say that as much as you're gonna be like, okay, you're bringing to my family.
Even
I'm
though
the
it's
one
the
to take
truth,
send to you. Right, it is the truth.
It's the truth, but they ain't gonna hear that truth. That's not their truth.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's y'all experience with like talking to Nigerian dudes? Not FOBs, but Nigerians.
They could be both. Honestly, from the ones, first of all, let me just say the ones that we grew up with, I'm trying to
No comments.
I'm fasting, so I'm just gonna say
No comment.
I will just say that like, I don't know how to say something nice. I'm just gonna say no comment. Like, no. And I mean, in terms of like marriage material, like
Zero.
But you know what? I know our answer to that.
What?
It's because their parents treat them like they kids, especially a lot of the Nigerian people. Like a lot of like my friends' siblings that I know, their brother don't do anything in the house. Why? Because they intend for the girls to do that. No laundry, no cooking, no cleaning, nothing. And then when they get to college, that's when they're really trying to figure out how to do all of these things. So they're not ready. They get out of college at 23, 24, they're still not ready because they still trying to learn.
Exactly. And some of them don't even go to college. Like a lot of the dudes that we
Truck driver.
I'm not trying to sound like cocky or anything, but the girls of our generation in comparison, it's just not.
They're not on the same level. I'm sorry. Like most of the men that are my age, because I'm slightly older than y'all, most of the men that are my age, I've already started like looking outside of Nigeria, because there's no way if I say I only want to marry a Nigerian or I will only marry a Nigerian, I'm basically just selling myself short.
Yeah, and like,
because the right person I feel like the most compatible and the person that I'm looking for, the kind of qualities I'm looking for, I'm not gonna say it does not exist in a Nigerian, but it does not exist in Nigeria that I've seen so far. So I'm just hoping that they're out there somewhere and I just haven't found them yet. But at the end of the day, if you're black, good. Like I'm even if you're not black, if you're a good Muslim, for me, like I can work with that, and my parents would be okay with that personally. I know they would be, but it just has to be someone they can like verify who they are. You know, if it's someone that's like, let's say they live in Houston, and like even if they're not black, if my parents can, even if they're not black, they're not African, if my parents can identify who they are and my parents can basically ask people about them, then like that's fine. But if it's just somebody from the middle of nowhere in Indiana or in Idaho, my parents are gonna say no before, like, no.
Yeah.
Same. Like for me, my parents, they say that they're for everyone, and I haven't really experimented with showing them anyone other than that, so I'm just gonna believe them for now. But yeah.
Okay, so like, what are y'all experiences with long distance and close?
Okay, I'll go first. So for long distance, I would say you really have to really like the person for it to work. I feel like if you're in an unsure space, from personal experience, it's not gonna work. But I wouldn't have anything against it in the future. But when I say long distance, I mean like Chicago. I don't mean Switzerland or something.
Nigeria.
Ukraine.
Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I as long as you're in US or Canada, but I don't want to move. So.
Emphasis on US.
Emphasis on Houston.
Yeah. The only reason I say Canada though is because, you know, people in Canada can easily come to the United States.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have issues where they like fall in love with people that are like in Germany and they can't even come here. Like,
Have to start doing the 90-day fiance.
Yeah.
Apply for a K1 visa.
Exactly. So that's my
Okay,
only
I know
thing,
too much
but-
information about that. I'm sorry.
Me personally, I'm not opposed to it because I've had experience in both long distance and like down the street type thing. Long distance, like she kind of said, you have to like really be interested, and I feel like long distance, you can't wait too long because you got to remember the person is not seeing you, and they really can't, like, you know, they only know what you tell them. So communication is going to be #1 key for long distance. But as far as like down the street or like, you know, the same city, I think that can be like kind of lenient, and it'll probably be easier to kind of just ease your way into marriage in the next like 3 to 6 months because y'all have that connection from seeing each other often. So yeah.
I mean, I have to agree. I have experience with both. I would say I personally prefer. I actually prefer long distance. Reason being, I don't like when someone is breathing down my neck. Everybody's like, let's go out to eat. Let's do this. If you're long distance, I know you're far away. I'm gonna prepare when you're coming. Like, I'm gonna look good. Make sure that whole time, like, mustache waxed, everything done. Like, I will be looking snatched when you see me. Not that you're just gonna come down to, oh, let's go out and eat. Let's do this. It's a lot more stress for me personally when the person is super close. And when the person is long distance, they try harder. They get more creative with their ideas. They surprise you with things unexpectedly. So I feel like when someone is long distance, they put more effort. Whereas when they're like down the street or they're like close by, they feel like they don't have to put that much work into it. And I don't know, it's like I'm more of like a little romantic, so you have to do something for me. So
like deliver.
Yeah, like I don't know, I have to feel you. Like I have to feel like you like me. And usually guys that I feel like were long distance, I feel like they like me more. And it could just be because they haven't seen me. And I just think because we live in such a digital age, long distance is not that hard. Like you can FaceTime every single day. Like
exactly.
And you'll be fine. And even in Houston is long distance. Like I talked to guys that were like on the other side of Houston and I never really see them anyway. So it's like you are long distance.
A whole hour and a half away from us.
Literally. Yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this Black and Muslim part 2. We're definitely giving y'all a part 3 and a part 4. We're just gonna keep this series going and just have different topics. You already know what's on and popping. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.